I'm going to show you how you could have won today's pick four. Today is July 21st. It's 3:54 p.m. East Coast time. Today, I'm going to show you how you could have won the Lotto pick four using a data tool. So let's get into it. Family, really quickly, I want to explain to you what mylottodata.com is. MyLottoData.com is a lottery data platform. It's a repository that has and when I say all lottery data since the beginning of time. So what you're looking at is a interface that seems very simple, but make no mistake, this tool is very powerful because it has all data since the beginning of time. These games were instantiated. And it's not just Florida. You see, we have Arizona, Arkansas, all the way to Virginia. And you can also see it's not just the USA we have the United Kingdom, Canada. So this tool is very powerful. It has data since the beginning of time for all games, all pick four games. It even has pick five games. When I say pick five, I mean games like Fantasy Five and the like. I'm just not showing it, presenting it just yet, but it will soon be here. So let's get into it. I wanted to explain how you could have won today's midday draw using a lottery data tool. But before I get into that, fam, I wanted to explain something and give you a little history about me. I'm originally from Florida, Miami, born. So I've been looking at playing lottery for about 10 years or so. And I'm no different from you. You know, I used to play, I used to listen to a lot of the gurus. I used to go to lottery posts and get information from other people who like made me believe super hyped about numbers, played numbers, and I never won anything. Nothing. It was only until I started looking at some of the patterns with some of these numbers, and I realized dates. Let me say that again. Dates. Dates are the path to riches. The reason is these numbers repeat, family. Let me say that again. These numbers repeat. And if you can gauge and look at how they repeat and extrapolate the patterns of how they repeat, you will be amazed. There are so many different strategies that you can use to win big. And I'm not talking about a mirror or a chart or a grid or V-track or all these terms. People talk about systems and algorithms, and family, if you intuitively don't understand how that stuff works, why do you trust it? Why do you keep spending your money, losing, following people, getting small wins? I mean, come on, man. Seriously, like, why do we continue to do something that we know intuitively doesn't work, and you don't have anybody explain it to you? What this tool allows you to do is visually see how the wins happen. You can see where the data is coming from. And when you have data, I don't care what business you're in, if you have actionable data, like data that makes sense, you can make better decisions. It's like the stock market. If you have data on a particular stock, you can bet better. It's the same concept. And you don't have to take my word for it. You can go to the Florida lottery website, or you can go to any state website and see for yourself. What you're about to see is just nothing but simple data. So let's get into it. This episode is how you could have won the midday July 21st, 2021. So family, really quick, I want you to take a look at something. This is the last four draws for Pick 4 lottery. You have 9905, 5363, 8360, and you see this asterisk 6355. So we already know what the lottery win is, we're just going to assume that we don't, as a quick scenario to go through it. What you're looking at is a count of dates, which corresponds to this number profile. So if I look at this data a little more closely, July 2021, that's this particular year month. And you see how this matches exactly what you see up here, 9905, 5363. These are the same numbers that are here. And if you look closer, you'll see that there are some other numbers that are having a pretty similar profile. You see 3563, you see 6553. These numbers are permutations of each other. And you also see the 8063. So normally what I would typically do is I would select the numbers that have the better hit profiles and email them to myself. I'd extract the past winners. I'd get 12 numbers and I'd email them to myself. So that's 12 numbers. So I feel pretty confident about this data set. And so I'd say to myself, okay, let me play that, and I can go from there. But let's break this down a little further, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to go to the list view. I'm going to put in that month of 2020-11, and I'm going to look at it a little closer. So if I look at the 19th, this was Monday. This was the evening draw. 5363 came out, which is also a permutation of 3563. You see that right here. And if I look yesterday, midday, 8360 came out. And I'm looking again, I can tell that for 8360, July 20th, that number, a permutation of that number also appeared in November of 2020 on the 3rd and the 7th. You see that? 8360 appeared on the 3rd and the 7th of 2020 November. And then if I continue to look, the 20th, the evening draw, 6355 came out. The draw for that particular day in the past was 6553. That also happened in November of 2020. So you're starting to see a pattern here. If I look at the last three draws, right, the 19th, which was evening, then midday, then also the evening, every number appears to happen. Every draw number appears to happen in November of 2020. Why is that? I don't know. Is that magic? Are we switching numbers around? Are we talking about grids? No, we're just looking at plain data, and we see a pattern. For the last three draws, you can even count this draw here. For the last three draws, the numbers appear to be coming out of November of 2020. Now, what if you were looking 3 months ago? Would you get this number? No. What if you were looking, even 6 months ago? Would you get this number? No, because this draw happened, this profile happened in November of 2020. And let me tell you, fam, you'll get some of these patterns begin to happen as far back in the 1990s. But if you didn't have a tool like this to show you where this clustering starts, you wouldn't see it. So how I typically use this also, I go and I select the last number that was drawn, and I click on this, and what it's going to show me is a history of all the numbers surrounding 6355. And then if I exclude past winners, right? If I exclude past winners, I'm just going to email this to myself. So what I just did, I emailed 16 numbers to myself. And I think if you saw the other part, I emailed 12 numbers to myself. So I'm going to pretend like I don't know what the past winner was. That's what this exercise is. And I'm going to put it on the 21st. Put it on the 21st. Why is it not going on the 21st? There you go. And I'm going to hit analyze again. I'll go back to the list view just for brevity because we already know what happened. So fam, look at this. On the 19th, the number came out of November 2020. On the 20th, which was Tuesday, the midday and the evening draw came out of November 2020. Fam, midday, look at what the next draw was on the 26th of November. So for the last 4 draws, each win came from November 2020. Now, I don't know where people went to school or college, but if you don't understand that that's a date pattern, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, right here on the 20th, when you saw that the numbers were starting to cluster here, forming this sort of pattern cluster, I would have ran to, my local, Publix and said, man, let me just play everything in 2020 because I have a fair certainty that the next win is going to come out of this year month. And I could bet confidently with that. I could put a stack on it and I'm pretty sure, it would come out. And look, it did. When I selected that, there's the number right there, 1298. The number that came out was 829. That's 18 numbers. If I exclude the past winners, which are all these up here, I have a strong suspicion that the next evening number is also going to be within this data profile. So I'm going to email that to myself. And now here's the thing. Am I saying it is going to come out? Am I predicting, guaranteeing that it is going to be come out? I don't know. But I have a fairly strong suspicion that if the last 4 draws have come from November 2020, chances are the next one is also going to come from November of 2020. Family, that's how you use data. That's how you look at patterns. You see dates. This is how you use a tool like this to win more. Anything else you're doing, you already know you can't win like that. You're getting small wins like $100. $100 can't do anything for me. I spend $100 in a club somewhere easily. I need real stacks. I need like 5 figures. So I don't even really play anymore. Because I don't have to, but I wanted to show you as just education and to share these numbers follow a date pattern. You don't have to use my tool. You can go to the Florida Lottery website or your state website and look at this data the same way and then just start charting where are these numbers occurring most time and then play it that way. It may take a little bit of coding. It may take you a lot of spreadsheets, but that's the way to do it. It's by date. That's about it, fam. I'll see y'all next time. Take care.